Hello, YouTubers. Hello, subscribers. Kisses. This is an homage to, what's her name? Beyonce's birthday. Happy birthday, Beyonce. I would have loved to go to her concert, but no, can't do it. I did, though, for my birthday, I got a new cell phone, which is coming. And I'm hoping, I wasn't even thinking about this, it opens like a book. So I'm hoping I get that much more screen so you guys can see me. So anyway, let's get started. Kisses to all of you. Thank you so much for your love and your support. I'll try not to keep you guys too long. Some things I wrote down, so I wouldn't just, because I really wanted to touch on these things. I want to first talk about something I just heard from, let me make sure I get his name right, because you guys will correct a sister. Let's start here. Let's start with Neil Sean. Okay. So Neil Sean said that Harry, of course, we already know that he went to a football game. And David Beckham was there and a few other who's was there. And Messa, I guess, was the winner and wanted to be, they wanted them to be the winner. Congratulations. So I also saw a picture of Harry walking past one of the Beckham's kids. They had just got married, that couple. But Harry was looking at them, and they were like, I'm not looking over there at Harry. I saw it on Sue's channel, Sue Smith. And so it was just interesting that he would be there. And, when Neil Sean came on, I was like, okay, I see what's going on. Even though I knew before, but then it went even deeper. And this is where it gets deep. Okay, so Meghan and Harry are, WME told Meghan and Harry to go around and start making friends with these A-listers. Start going out where they are, start hanging out with them, start kind of pushing your way into these crowds. That's the only thing I can think of, because I don't remember them being invited and go. You ain't got to be invited to the Beyonce concert. You just get tickets and go. But I do believe that it has something to do with her calling Beyonce's name out in her docuseries and saying that Beyonce left a text. And then come to find out, Beyonce said she has no knowledge of that, her team. But now Meghan wants to hang out and almost is like, I'm going to celebrate you, almost like she's trying to say she's sorry. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting now. Beyonce's concert, the Who's is going to be here. That'll be a great place. WME, it was a great setup. They're doing, listen, I give them an A for effort. And that's it. That's it. That's all they get is an A for effort, because she could have took a picture with Tyler Perry, and I would be on here right now talking about Tyler Perry, that he hasn't learned his lesson. I don't care who you are, what you are, if you're an aunt, if you're somebody way up here on the President of the United States, connect with Meghan and you will be, it's something in it for her, number one. And number two, she's using you. And she is using all of these A-listers to be their friend once again. But this time, she thought she was in the driver's seat because she was the Duchess of Sussex and everybody wanted to be hanging out with her. Now the tables are turned and nobody want to be bothered with her. Now she's chasing celebrity friends. Now all of a sudden she's going out, knocking on the celebrities' doors. Will you be my friend? And they're like, no, we don't want to be your friend. And so you know what she's doing? She's just showing up at concerts. She doesn't have to be invited. She bought her a little box and sat in it and celebrated Beyonce. Beyonce didn't call out her name. She wasn't down there on the floor with the rest of them. Who's is who's. But it just shows you where she is. She's not in the A-lister section. She's in the D-lister section. That's why she was up there doing that dance that she shouldn't have been. That ain't, don't do that. Doria could dance. I thought that Doria, the little bit that I did see of Doria, I said, okay, your mama staying in her lane. I said, this is Meghan. It was really twisted in my book. Going back, willing it back. No, she needs all these friends so that she can become popular. And so because if she's seen with Beyonce, then those will be Beyonce friends. I don't think so. I really do think it would challenge some of her supporters. Would they continue to support Beyonce? That is a question. Because their reputation is totally toe up from the flow up. And you know what? You can throw them a bone if you want to, but there's consequences being these two friends. Because they, I'm gonna get there. But that's what I see her doing. I think she's desperate for friendship. So she's going out pretending like her and Beyonce is still chatting on the phone. And she's still sending her texts and stuff saying, hey girl, come to my birthday. No, Meghan just showed up. If she knew what was going on, then she would have been down there on the floor. Why wouldn't you be? If you want to pretend that you're with the who's, wouldn't you just go on down there and be with them? Her best friend, Tyler Perry, was down there. He would have protected her. He's been protecting her ever since she's been in the United States. He gave her a plane. He gave her a place to stay. He barricaded her into his fortress over there when drones was flying, when she was lying, saying that drones was flying around after she told them to put them in the air. Look it up. No. Him. The Godfather. Why are they in two separate spots? Why didn't they even take a picture together? She managed to take a picture with Kelly Rowland and the other lady. I don't care. I don't care if she takes a picture with everybody down there and then they was like, yeah, we're hanging out with her. That's still not going to take... It's still not going to change her popularity. I don't think because who you hang out with, I'm going to be your friend. Listen, just because I follow Beyonce doesn't mean that I'm going to support Meghan because she is supporting Meghan. No, I question my friendship with Beyonce. Do I want to continue to follow her? But we ain't there because they're not friends. Meghan is trying to be friends with people. But Meghan is a user. She's a taker. And all those people will be used and treated like the rest of everybody. What makes you different from Queen Elizabeth? What makes Beyonce different from Queen Elizabeth, King Charles, Catherine, William, her father, her family, her friends, the Beckhams? Speaking of the Beckhams. So Harry goes to the football game, like he's been invited, him and the Beckhams, they're best friends. No, they're trying to do damage control. WME? And I get it. They said, well, we can't reach them through the family and the friend, so this is what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to fix this the best way we can. This is A for effort. You won't be able to fix this. Because I would be leery of whoever is her friend. Because what's in it for you? And what you think, what? Y'all best friends over a wine you guys like to drink together? She's a taker. And she is trying to take and pretty much, support these, because if she was at Taylor Swift concert the other week, she was probably trying to PR her to be her friend too. Look, I'm supporting you. I'm on your side. No, you're a user. No, you need them more than they need you. And the reason why you need them is because you're trying to launch something and it's going to flop. She's hoping these last PR. I told you she was coming out. I told you, I said she's coming. After Doria, I said, oh, yeah, something's gonna happen. This is big to her, to go out, be seen, dancing, and being at Beyonce's concert. See, I'm here. You know, all that stupid stuff. Why? What? You proven to who? That you got friends, that you know, that you going to a con. Whether we saw pictures or not. So, let's just say we saw Tara at Taylor Swift's concert, what does that change? I don't know. What does that change for you? Does that change anything for you? It wouldn't for me. The only thing it would do is me question those that I would question them. If she took a picture with Beyonce, I would question that. Like Kerry Washington and the other lady, I just don't care enough. And Beyonce's best friend, I just don't care enough. But if Beyonce takes a picture with her, I'm be like, ooh, nope. No. Ooh, I would love to go to Beyonce's concert. Let me tell you something. They will be talking about that concert for years to come. It is on another retro scale. Like, I'm telling you, like I said, her outfits, the way she is commanding the crowd. Beyonce, it's her moment again. I didn't know you could keep having moments. You know, I thought Beyonce was at her peak a long time ago. She didn't rose up again. Yeah, because I've never, ever wanted to go to a concert because I'm not a person with like crowds. I want to sit there and listen to you play music to me, but I don't want to be. No, I would get dressed, find me something silver and cute, whatever she wanted me to wear. And I would go. Anyway, let me go back. So Harry goes over to this football game, and Messa won. Congratulations. I don't know all the details, but I know it was the who's was at this game, and Harry got invited. And according to Neil Sean, the Beckhams was there, of course, on the field. Like, that's how they were, like, connected with it. And Harry, according to Neil Sean, Harry was trying to, almost trying to smooth things over for what had happened between him and Meghan. And, them leaking stories. Because you saw the Beckham's kids there, to one of the daughters, the daughter or the son, they were there. And walked past Harry and act like they didn't even see him. And Harry looked right there at them and like he wanted to say something. But then, you know what he probably thought? Oh, yeah, I did do that. I did. My wife did have me call over there and tell you that your wife was leaking stories about my wife. Them kids heard that. I'm sure it was like, Dad, what? What is this about Mom leaking stories about Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex? It's like, we didn't do that. Don't listen to that. That's Harry and his delusion. And if the Beckhams know what, this is Harry at the game, I heard, trying to smooth things over from what happened with that. And he also said that he sent something over to them, like congratulations or something like that, to the Beckhams. But of course, they said there was no, no back and forth banter or no like shaking hands or nothing like that. They didn't get together, which is weird. It's just a weird situation. It's odd because Meghan and Harry, like Neil Sean said, Meghan and Harry has realized that the Beckhams are more popular than they thought. And they probably needed to get that together. Now, what I'm telling you guys is how Meghan and Harry are out and about trying to hang out with the A-listers, trying to push themselves in the door. It just, you know, who's is going to be there. Maybe someone to talk to you, Meghan. So Kerry Washington, Wasp over there, and someone else, Kelly Rowland as well, Beyonce's best friend, takes a picture with her. And she's like, see, I told y'all I had friends. Okay, so who cares? You've been trying to tell us you and Serena was best friends. You've known Oprah all your life, and Serena, you know, she was on our podcast. Yes, we've known each other forever. Like, we've been friends forever, Serena. No, you invited her to your wedding and all that other stuff, and that's that stupid stuff. Meghan had her Rolodex out, and she had her connections, and was saying, this is how I'm going to connect with these people, and this is what and this is how it's going to go down. In some kind of way, her and Serena became best friends out of it. Going to tennis matches and stuff like that. No, Meghan had an assignment for each A-lister that she had on her list. Wasn't she asking Clooney to stay at his house, use his plane, using them? Tyler Perry, she did all that with him. Now he's the godfather. No, she will use you. Them A-listers can go back in the dark if they want to, and forgive her and believe that she's going to be this wonderful, rehabilitated person, because now she's coming out with a TIG and she needs your support. She needs those A-listers' support extremely bad, because she doesn't have ours. Meaning the others. Which she really needs us more. We're the ones that's going to be behind it. But no. She's trying to smooth it smooshes with the A-listers. Once again, they cut her loose, and now she's desperate. She's going out there. She's running. I think I was watching Planet Popcorn. He was good the other day. How desperate she was. One commentary, or one celebrity was like, she's texting people talking about, you be my friend, or something like that. Like, she was desperate, going to parties. That didn't work out. Now she's going to concerts. She didn't upgrade it. Maybe somebody there will talk to her and be her friend. You can take a gamble if you want to. But here's why I wouldn't. She's not trying, and Harry is not trying to reconcile with their family. No. I don't remember Meghan calling Papa to let them see them kids. No. And she ain't the type that would be like, let's keep it a secret. I don't want no one knowing that, you're coming to see the kids. I want to keep this private. No, she's going to be the first one to take a picture so everybody can see that we're a family. No. That's how I know she is not wanting to be anyone's friend, that she cares about any of that stuff, and that she's there faking it, still trying to hang out where she don't belong. She doesn't fit. It's like a glove that don't fit. She went to that Beyonce concert and it just didn't fit. If you're gonna go, if I'm going to be hanging with them, I would have been on the floor next to Jay-Z and them doing it. Yeah, no, was that gonna be too much? Then go, what you there for? I'm in the box. No, 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 no. Mm-mm. No, she is trying to get to the front door of celebrities again and pretend that she is with the who's who's. What kills me is Tyler Perry was in the door. No one said that they even spoke. Did they speak? Tyler Perry, did you say? Now, listen, you can't be a who's who's and not know who's in the building and who's not. You know, you see it. And Tyler Perry knew that she was up there in that box. Okay. No. The problem I have with her, with that, is that she's trying to say she's sorry to Beyonce for saying that about her, about the text. I don't know. They're trying to make up with the Beckhams because they realized that that was a big boo-boo. But no, we're not going to make up with the family because we didn't do anything wrong. And besides, who cares? We're done with them anyway because that's in my past. I'm moving on. I don't want to have anything to associate with royals anymore. Really? How? Your husband is still a prince, last I checked. And still has a father. No, I wouldn't want to be someone's friend that's still trying to social climb. Now she's reverted back to social climbing. She can get in the door because she can pay for it. And then she is known because she married the prince. But what is it about her that makes her friendable? What? She married a prince. That's it. And she was a D-list actress. Maybe is that why she wasn't on the floor? Because she really don't have that much kind of talent that was already on the floor. I don't know. It's interesting, isn't it, guys? I wonder what your thoughts are about the whole thing. I just really think this, though. While you're trying to smooth it over with them and trying to make it seem like you got all these friends and all these people like you and want to hang out with you and you know, that oh, the commentary's got it wrong, that you do have a lot of friends in Hollywood. Kelly Rowland, Washington, and, you know, the Kardashians, and I don't know what that has to do, anything to do with her non-talent. I don't understand that. Okay, why am I still talking about that? Let's move on. So that was from Neil Sean. I said, let's move on from that. Oh, God, I hope I didn't bore y'all too much with that. But I just wanted to make sure I used all the examples to just look. She wants to be Beyonce's best friend. But she's not trying to be her. She's not trying to connect with her dad. And did you see Doria out there with her hands in the air? She should be ashamed of herself. She should. She just reaping the benefits. I'm just reaping the benefits. Oh, no, this shirt is a little tight. Hold on, guys. We're good. We're good. Anyway, moving on. Doria? Her ex-husband had 2 strokes, and she out there just kicking it. Screw your stepkids. Screw them, huh? Forget them. Now, I'm going to ask some of my subscribers, you know, have blended families, stepkids and stuff like that, probably divorced and still keep in contact with people. Look how Doria treated her stepkids. Mm-hmm. My mom will be still inviting. Nope, y'all come. Like if, come on, we're family. Nope, Doria, just kicking it, just spending money, just reaping the juices off of Harry. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And she's being used. Uh-huh. Doria's being used. But it's good for her though. Mm-hmm. Okay, we haven't done this one. And then there may be one more I want to do, but let's get started.
American showbiz royal and political reporting Kinsey Schofield. Kinsey, tell me about Prince Harry and what the Queen would have made of his behaviour in the last year.
Okay, but first I'm going to tell you how much I missed you and how I'm glad you're back.
We've done
missed you
this,
so much.
sorry.
So good to see your face.
Missed you massively too, Kinsey. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. This is new intel from Giles Brandreth, who just very recently spent the day with the Queen Consort Camilla doing a book event, doing a poetry event. This is a man that has the access, all of the access, and clearly the royal family feels comfortable with him. Clearly he knows a few secrets. I don't know if you remember, he wrote a beautiful book, not only about the Queen, but about Prince Philip as well, and their friendship. But he said that the Queen would be appalled by Prince Harry's book, that the Queen wasn't necessarily worried about it because, she'd just come to terms with the fact that Harry was, he was insistent on telling his side of the story. She accepted that. But he did say that now that he's seen the inside of it, he does believe that the Queen would be appalled. He also says Prince William infuriated that some of that private information was shared in Spare about fights between the brothers, but mostly upset over the fact that Catherine, the Princess of Wales, was dragged in it. I think most of us expected that as well. But William repeating that infamous line, recollections may vary, adding, in this instance, they most definitely do, privately.
However, Harry has been partying. Tell me more.
I mean, has he really, Mark? He looked quite sad.
He was dancing.
Meghan and Abigail Spencer last night with a couple more friends were in a suite for Doria's birthday at the Beyonce concert in LA. Harry looked absolutely miserable and appeared to be wearing a women's blazer.
He did.
Some fans came to his defense as it was the day after his mother's passing. But he also, Mark, might have been blue over the fact that Heart of Invictus has failed to crack Netflix's top 10 in the States. Wow. But seriously, just a glum look on him.
I mean, you look around, all their things that they want to be successful is not being successful. And WME believes that them hooking up with celebrities is going to help their popularity. I don't know if it will or not. It's not going to change my mind. It's going to make me question those celebrities. Like, okay, are you really going down this road, and why? We haven't heard anything. All we keep hearing is, how the Rose is on that side and how she's on this side, taking titles and just doing what she wants to do.
His face.
Yeah, I mean, what was your verdict on Heart of Invictus? I thought that the soldiers were very inspiring, but there's something about Harry now. He seems to sort of put his name to something, and
But this is the kicker. He goes to the football game to try to reconcile with the Beckhams, in a sense. That's what it looks like. Like, please forgive me. And Meghan at Beyonce's concert, because I'm sure she wasn't happy about that. I'm guessing. But you're not reaching out to your family to fix that relationship, because that's the most damaged. That's the most fractured. And that's would be the beginning to some of our hearts, and be like, oh, finally, something's happening. Meghan's never going back to the UK. She's done with that. She believes that being a royal screwed her life up, in a sense. I do believe that. Because that's where she places things. She blames. It's not like she's going to take responsibility. No. That would mean she admits guilt. And no, she's in denial land. And really believe this stuff. I do believe it. Some of me, half of it's lies, and then she just goes with it. And then she tells so many of them, I think that she starts to believe them themselves. I don't know. They're in bad shape. Their popularity is not changing. The needle hasn't changed since the Beyonce concert. And more people don't know who she is because of the Beyonce concert. And if they do, so they're not going to be running to click on her name because she was out with... Okay. The ticket's coming out in 2 weeks. Meghan's still coming out. She's going to go to a few more concerts. Let's say she actually gets a hug with Beyonce and gets a hug with Adele and gets a hug from all these A-listers that she keeps trying to get a hug with. They believe that element right there, if she can gain respect from the A-listers, then we will start liking her again. That she will gain popularity back. You know, it's so I'm gonna like you because you're hanging out with so-and-so? And forget everything? Forget all that. Forget the fact that she's trying to sweep everything under the rug and be friends with new A-listers and A-listers so she can be popular again. And then, this is her plan, so she can be popular again, which will never happen because she's going down the wrong road. She needs a moment and then come back. And then we'll be like, oh, okay. Because time heals all wounds. It does. You forget, you forgive, and you be like, okay, not everybody. And my thing is this. If you dislike her, don't support her. Don't support, even if you want to see, even if you're curious. Don't give to it. Don't feed it. There's some other stuff I wanted to say, but...
You know, you're absolutely right. The vets were compelling. I wish that was it. You know, I would be much more excited about it if that was it. But, you know, Harry's obsessed with this victimhood narrative, and he's got to remind...
That's what I was saying. He at the game trying to beg for forgiveness, and then he turns around and get on the evictors and say he's a victim. I want to be your friend, Beckhams, but before I be your friends, I got to get this out. I got to go after, I got to give another jab to my family. Yeah, when I was growing up, I had no support. And, you know, I finally got help when I was in a fetal position. From the war, Harry? No, this has nothing to do with the war. Nothing to do with us going to war and serving and getting hurt and coming back hurt. No. It had nothing to do with Invictus. That blows my mind right there. Boom. What he said in my mind, had nothing to do with Invictus. That was a whole nother show. That was victimhood, blame, and that was his therapy session. He should have did it during his therapy session. But no, he lost the audience. But this kills me. Now, Beckham, let me talk about my family real quick, and then let's try to be friends. You don't get it. The reason why probably the Beckhams don't want to be your friend is because you dissed the queen. It's because you're still talking about the royal family, your family, his king and queen. He stood in that line to say goodbye to Queen Elizabeth, showing his respects. That should tell Harry right there. No, it's not going to be, let's be your friend because your woman wants to throw her tig out there. Meghan is trying to get friends so she can say she knows someone and so her TIG can come out. Remember when she was doing that 40 by 40 and Melissa, and I know I'm saying her name incorrectly, but she's a huge star in Hollywood, but she was going to help her with the 40 by 40. Meghan was just trying to, in my mind, throw around her celebrityness now, her new fame. And then come to find out, where was the 40 friends? Where was the 40? Was she waiting on people to start calling her so she can start using it for other reasons? No. Okay, check this out. Check this out. Because this is how Meghan and Harry do it. Okay? Get somebody really powerful.
Remind us every time we see him that bad.
Let's say Julia Roberts. She's producing a movie. Meghan doesn't know about it, but she calls Meghan and says, hey, I want to do the 40 by 40. I want to be a part of that with you. And then Meghan realizes that Julia Roberts is doing a movie. Let's just say it's The Lake. And then over conversation, Julia Roberts spilled to Meghan that she is producing a movie. And it's about a girl that marries a prince or some stuff. And Meghan says, well, you know, I can do it. I can act. Or if not, she'll call Harry and have Harry call her up and ask. I just do believe that. I do believe that when Meghan got in contact with these people, she started using them and asking them and doing stuff. And they were probably like, who does she think she is? I do. I feel like she was treating people with disrespect, trying to get what she's a taker. Let me take. And then when she's done, she's like, I'm done. It's your fault, Spotify, that you didn't give me any direction. I know I'm skipping around, but that's her. Now she's come to realize that, oh, she really wants to be friends with all these people. It's weird. It's just really hilarious that this is what her life has turned out to be. She should be ashamed of herself trying to be this person. It's so desperateness. It's weird. I'm out hanging out with the cool people. No, you're in a box by yourself with your husband and your mother wanting to be with the cool people. And even so, for what? Why is it do or die for her that she doesn't, because she has to connect. She needs these people to make herself successful. She does. But she needs more than their pool. She needs their bank account. She needs these producers, these friends, these connect. She needs Tyler Perry to hook her up with a job. On one of his shows. Meghan is using these people and using them for her own personal use. And she's strategic. And how she does it is, I'm going to kill all these stones at once. I'm going to do it all at once. I'm going to try to befriend everybody. And then as I'm befriending them, I'm going to see how I can connect and get some jobs and connections. And maybe I can get in the White House. Maybe I can do this. Maybe I can do that. She will do anything and everything to get to the top. She is with her third agency begging them to make her a superstar. She has belittled herself in the most disgraceful way. She's going back to something that she used to do, and everybody's waiting on it because I don't like they think it's not going to do what it needs to do. It's not showing anything. She created it. She created the name, But did she create something from this Tig? Is she acting? Did she create some earbuds with Duchess of Sussex on there? How well did her book do? Meghan is using Hollywood to get to wherever she's trying to be. And she needs to be seen with the who's now. And this is how she's doing it. It's so desperateness.
Had we not had any of that,
That's a word. I know I made it up. But it works. It means she's so desperate. It's like it's over the top. Desperatenisms. Look at her. And then I think this is true. She went back a second time. She went again.
Doing cartwheels over Heart of Invictus, but unfortunately, Harry had to make some unnecessary comments.
Kevin Costner, Kinsey, is one of the biggest stars in the world. He's been in so many very popular films, hasn't he? LA Confidential.
Okay, I do apologize, guys. I think we did do that one. I got one more.
Let's talk to Ross now in Los Angeles.
Let's see what they say. Then we'll go.
Because he was at the footy last night, wasn't he?
Football, Harry.
Yeah, he was indeed. LAFC were playing Inter Miami. That's David Beckham's team. That's the team that Messi plays for now. That's why everyone was there. Want to see Messi? He's been in unbelievable form.
Wow.
Sort of into Miami, but they've got a bit of catching up to do now. Harry was out again there. Jason Sudeikis, Owen Wilson. Also hear that Leo was there with the Beckhams too. So yeah, big old night. And then before that, he was at Beyonce's Renaissance concert Friday night. He was there with Meghan and the mum-in-law as well.
That hug thing that they did was so... I talked about it. It just looked weird. It looked so forced. It looked like, okay, babe, we're on. Turn, kiss, let's go.
Doria too. And this all coming in the heels of these reports coming out, and I have heard the audio that King Charles disappointed that Princess Diana was pregnant with a boy when she was with Harry in the process.
That's that stupid stuff. Those tapes. Why are they talking about it? I mean, and disappointed. So he probably wanted he probably wanted a girl. For whatever reason. But to do this with it, it's just too much. I think whatever Diana was talking about, and like Lady C said, that Diana, this is not what they're supposed to be doing. She said that this was during a time where she was going through really low. I'm moving on. Okay, let's see what's going on here.
Windsor, but of course, more importantly, what the hell is going on with Harry? Emily Nash is, of course, the royal editor at Hello.
Hope you can
and she
hear
joins
it.
us now from London. Emily, lovely to see you.
Thanks for having me, Paul. Good to be back.
So, speaking of back, guess who's coming home? None other than Prince Harry.
Uh-oh.
His father has no time to meet him.
Roll out the red carpet.
As bad as a relationship could get when you are pre-warning your son, I have no time to hang out with you.
It's really, really sad,
What?
Paul, and we're 1 year on from Harry being here for the World Child. That had to be curtailed because of the sad death of the late Queen. Nothing appears to have been resolved in that time. If anything, things have probably been made somewhat worse by the Spare autobiography, and it's just really sad to see.
Also, it seems that, we know that both camps love to send out the smoke signals. Harry being in the country, do you think that, and again, we don't know what's happening inside these people's minds, but if somebody called somebody, would that be enough to start a bridge, or is the assumption that anything that gets said gets leaked?
I think there's certainly concern that that's happened in the past. I think there's a lot of hurt on both sides. You have to...
I don't understand the hurt on both sides. I'm sorry, I didn't get that. I don't remember the royal family coming out having a discussion with Oprah about Meghan. I don't remember them treating Meghan like that. No. They didn't come up to her and say, well, no, you're racist. No, you made Kate cry. No, it's you. No, there's no. I don't feel the pain in Montecito. I'm sorry.
Imagine that if you are the king, you would have concerns over whatever you say in private coming out at a later
until
stage,
she's
given
gone.
the kind of detail that we did see in Spare. But that said, they are keen to do things behind closed doors. The royals in particular don't want this to be a public saga, although it has been very much so until now. And I think that if there are any overtures towards Harry or coming from him towards the royal family, we're not going to know about them until they are fully resolved.
How did Harry's latest foray into Netflix go compared with the previous 6-part efforts?
Well, look, it was never going to be as popular in terms of viewers, I think, as the
I feel like she's like, not making excuses, but for sure making it be like it's okay that it flopped. No, it's not okay. It's not okay that Harry's Invictus flopped. We know why it flopped. They're having the worst year ever. And, I could see myself going out wanting to go to a Beyonce concert and go dancing just to get away from some of the stuff. But that's not what she's doing. We know that. Everything is strategic and always it's like that. It can't just be spontaneous. It can't just be something that happened. Nope. She's this desperate person.
People were sort of waiting.
Let me see where we are at with this.
Say next, following on from Oprah, following on from their departure from the United Kingdom. This Invictus series has been a labour of love for him.
You see what I'm saying? They're still talking about Oprah. And my thing is that if you knew Oprah wasn't going to be great, then why would you continue with all the rest of your stuff?
And I think it's actually a shame that people aren't watching it in as many numbers, because it's actually something fantastic that he has
It's his
created.
fault.
And more than that, it's about those soldiers themselves, and there are some really inspiring stories at the heart of this. But perhaps
give it to his
have
brother.
taken the view that they've heard a lot from Harry over the last couple of years and are not as interested. I think
No,
it could end up
because they
being
don't
so
believe
good.
in him. They don't believe in what he says. He's not genuine. Is he really doing this for charity, or is he doing this for himself? We're done with it. And then he gets up there and starts talking about himself. So it's all about Harry and Meghan all the time. No, this wasn't about
Also,
the
it's always
veterans.
intriguing when
If
you
it
make
was,
these
he
things
wouldn't have
happen,
said what he
whether you
said.
need to put yourself on camera or not, and it just would be fascinating to see when they start to produce things that obviously don't involve their own image appearing. Because look, the Invictus Games is Harry's greatest public legacy. What he's been able to build, the confidence when those games were held in Australia a few years ago, I know.
So he's saying, like, when are they going to be able to just focus on what it is that they actually can do? That's a good question. Because that's what we've been waiting on. Because she said a long time ago that they were done trashing the royal family. It was interesting that they had to let us know that. I thought that was interesting.
How important they've been. Do you think that that might be the next phase of some of these production deals where, like, say, the Obama...
Nobody's knocking down their door talking about, come on, let's deal. Let's do this. And if they are, it's on a smaller scale. And now Meghan is having to call them. But hopefully she can be friends with all these A-listers. And then, we can get back on the scene.
performers that have got a similar deal with Netflix, they don't put themselves on camera. Instead, they're the driving force behind other people being on camera.
Meghan wants to start her own show.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that probably is the right way to go. You know, I think that
She is so
have learned a lot
fake.
from them, and I think it's really time for them to start focusing on things that they are actually really good at. And Invictus is one. The World Child Awards is another thing that Harry has, you know, been committed to for many, many years. And I think it's important for people to remember the things that they did well and the things that people respected them for.
Let's
Before
go.
the whole family saga blew up.
Now, I
Well-
know there was quite a lot of interest.
Why did the whole saga thing blow up? Because of his new Jezebel. That person that's standing right there, right now, begging her husband to ask the producer for a voiceover moment. Every incident, Meghan is dramaed out. There's always something going on at every event. I'm sure something went down at the concert. Watch, we'll hear about it. Well, we're already hearing about it. You know, Harry looked like he didn't want to be there. Then you saw him dancing a little bit. Whatever.
Because the son of King Charles.
Let me see what else. I'm going to let you guys go.
Son of David Beckham. That seems to be fairly low rent, trying to search for scandal and outrage and psychobabble here. What did you think of that nonsense this week?
I honestly didn't give it too much thought. I think that event was packed with celebrities. You know, he could have met one at every turn. So I didn't read too much into it. And I know that there are always headlines about who's fallen out with who in terms of...
Well, I'll help you. Harry looked over there at them wanting to speak, but they pretended like they didn't see him. That's what happened. He knows exactly who those people are. They're the Beckhams.
Relationships. I think the fact that he was there shows that he obviously has some kind of good relationship with David Beckham.
Nope, that doesn't mean nothing. That's him trying to get back in good because his wife is whining about her popularity and how she needs help. That relationship is not on the up and up. And if it is, I would be very, very careful, Beckham. Because look what happened. She lied and said that you guys were leaking stories about them. And the only reason why she's trying to regroup, and Harry should have knew better when he called over there talking. But he's listening to her. When he called over there questioning the Beckhams about David Beckham, about his wife leaking stories, Harry knew then it was going to be trouble. And even if he didn't, he should have thought it through. Because why would you do that? And then now you're trying to fix it. He should have knew better in the beginning to keep listening to her. Now they're doing damage control. They got a long way to go. Because they got to go back to the Oprah show. Keep passing that up.
Otherwise, he wouldn't have bothered turning up.
Yeah, fair point. See, I get him. Occasionally,
He waved.
that I'll buy all the way
He
into it,
stuck
and
his hand out.
You can hear the eye roll from the other side of the world, and that was kind of one that got me rolling. Also worth noting here.
She looked like her
of course,
mom.
as I
Yep,
mentioned before,
he did. He waved. They didn't even look.
a very fast
They
movie.
didn't-
It feels like only a few months ago, but obviously it is what it is. She will be honoured with a statue. Where is it going to go?
Oh,
is there
Queen
a
Elizabeth
suggestion about
will be
what
honored with a
her
statue.
name will be recognised?
Oh, so beautiful.
Well, you're absolutely right. There is a memorial committee being put into place.
It feels like she's still here, doesn't it? It really does. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. That's my take a little bit more on the Beyonce concert and all of that. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Kisses.